Hi everyone, it's Martin Percival, also known as Condo Queen, and today we're diving into what's happening in the Denver condo market for May of 2026. If you've been hearing headlines that the market is crashing, completely frozen, or impossible to navigate, take a breath. The truth, as always, is somewhere in the middle. Let's break down what the numbers are actually telling us. Starting with May 2026, there were 277 active condo listings in the market. Now, if we compare that to May of last year, there were only 5 active listings. Before anyone runs to the comments section, no, Denver did not literally have only 5 condos for sale. This is a quirk of how this particular data set was reported last year. What matters is the trend we've been seeing all year long. Buyers have significantly more choices than they've had in recent years. More inventory means less pressure to make panic decisions. Pending sales came in at 112, while 135 condos closed during the month. Closed sales were down from 154 in May 25, suggesting that buyers are still moving forward, but they're taking their time. So are condo values falling? The median list price in May was $355,000. The median close price was $350,000. Last May, the median close price was $333,000. So despite all the anxiety out there, condo prices are actually holding relatively steady year over year, showing approximately a 5.1% increase. However, the median price per square foot tells a slightly different story. May 26 was $349, May 25, $381. That's about an 8.2% decrease. So what does this mean? It doesn't necessarily mean every condo lost value. It often reflects changes in the mix of properties that are selling. Larger homes, different neighborhoods, and varying building types can all influence this number. It's a reminder that Zillow headlines don't tell the whole story. One of the biggest shifts we're seeing is leverage. In May, sellers received 97.98% of their final list price, 95.56% of their original list price. Last year, sellers averaged 98.81 and 96.36. So the translation of that is buyers have more room to negotiate. Not every seller is taking huge discounts, but we're seeing price reductions, seller concessions, interest rate buy-downs, closing cost assistance, and buyers having time to think before writing offers. Honestly, it's the most balanced condo market we've seen in years. Remember when condos sold before you even had time to schedule a showing? Those days are completely behind us. May 2026, median days on market was 36. Average days on market was 65. Now compare that to 25, where the median was 38 and the average was 52. Median is nearly identical, but the average is stretching longer. What that tells me is that well-priced condos are still selling relatively quickly, while overpriced listings are sitting. Pricing strategy matters more than ever. If we zoom out and look at January through May of 2026, we had 598 condos closed. Median close price was $349,000 and median price per square foot was $358.11. Median days on market, 41. In 2025, 661 closed. Median close price was $343. Median price per square foot was $375. Median days on market, 38. So what does all of this mean? We're seeing slightly fewer overall sales, slightly longer marketing times, stable pricing, and buyers exercising more caution. This isn't a distressed market, it's a selective market. The days of throw it on the MLS and hope for 15 offers by Tuesday are gone. Strategy has replaced urgency. So let's talk about 80202, downtown. Now, because you know I love a downtown condo, let's look specifically at this zip code. May 26, 46 active listings, 15 closed sales, median list price of $425 and a median close price of $407. Median price per square foot, $485, and median days on market, 30. Compare that with May of 2025, where there were only 14 closed sales. The median close price was $577, median price per square foot was $506, median days on market was 29. The headline here is obvious. The median close price dropped substantially. Before we panic, Let's remember what we talked about earlier. Downtown has a relatively small number of sales each month. 15 transactions is enough for one luxury penthouse sale, or lack of one, to dramatically shift the median. What I find more encouraging is this. Homes are still selling in about a month. The median days on market barely changed. Downtown buyers are still there. They're just being much more intentional about where they're willing to pay. So, is it a good time to buy? If you're a buyer, honestly, this may be one of the best opportunities we've had in several years. Because you have more inventory, more negotiating power, time to do your due diligence, and sellers who understand they need to compete. If you're a seller, you absolutely can sell successfully, but gone are the days of aspirational pricing. The condos that are winning right now are the ones that show beautifully, are priced strategically, and tell a compelling story. So the Denver condo market isn't crashing, it's normalizing. And after several years of chaos, that's actually healthy. Buyers have options, sellers still have equity. And the people succeeding are the ones making informed decisions instead of reacting to scary headlines. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or relocating to Denver, or just trying to figure out what all of these numbers mean for your specific building, I'd love to help. I'm Martin Percival, Condo Kween. Thanks for watching. 303-868-1011 or denvercondoqueen.com. That's condo, Kween.com.